welcome to lesson 7 in science. Okay, so today we are going to look at materials. We are still on materials. Let's look at our objectives. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to describe and group materials by their appearance. Yes. So the appearance that we are going to talk about, we are going to look at their shapes, their sizes, the color, the texture, and the mass. Let's look at our keywords. So our first keyword is object. Object. So object is a material that can be seen and touched. So anything around that can be seen and touched is called what? Object. An object. So objects are materials that can be seen and touched. Our next keyword is appearance. Appearance. The way that something looks. The way that something looks. So how the thing look like is the what? Is the appearance. So if the thing is round, the thing is square, the thing is smooth in texture, it is what? The appearance. How it looks like. Now let's move on. In our previous lesson, we looked at materials. We looked at some features, characteristics of what? Materials. Today, we are going to look at how to differentiate materials based on their shapes, their sizes, colors, and what? Texture. We have different materials around us. These materials have different what? Appearance. How they look like. Good. They have different shapes, different sizes, different colors, different texture, and what? Mass. Now we are going to break it into simple form. So we will begin with shapes. Shapes of what? Materials. So different materials around us have different what? Shapes. Some are in a circular form, some are circle, others are square, others are rectangle, others are cone, others are what? Cylinder and sphere. So I'm going to give you a material, two materials, then we try to look at how their shape is. Okay, so I have two objects in my hand. So here is what? A football. And this is what? A tin of milk. Okay, so let's make it a tin, right? So this is in a shape of sphere. It is not round, it is what? Sphere. And this is cylinder. This shape is cylinder. So you can identify or classify materials based on their what? Their shapes. So we have different shapes like circle, rectangle, triangle, square, cone, cylinder, sphere, and the rest. So this is a sphere. This is a cylinder. So you can classify materials based on their shapes. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, children, we can also group materials based on their colors. Yes, we have a lot of colors in this world. So if you want to classify or group a material, you can use colors to what? To classify it. So we have list of things or objects here. The first one is, which color is this? This is blue. Good. This book is orange. I have green what? Marker. Blue marker. And red marker. So you can classify materials based on their colors. Now look on your screen. I have list of colors there. So we have black being the first one, blue, yellow, brown, green, white, red, purple, pink, orange, gray, sky blue, peach, olive, light green, and blue-gray. So as you are home, look around, look at some objects around you, and look at their colors. Good, let's move on to the next one. Now the next one is size of objects, or sizes of what? Objects. So you can classify objects based on their sizes. So there are different sizes of objects around us. So I have two phones here. Let me show you. So I have this one and this. So which one is the bigger phone? Which one? Yes, this phone is quite bigger than this. So you can identify or group objects based on their sizes by using big or small. So this is big, this is small. Let's move on to the next one. So I have two books in my hands. Okay, so this one is quite what? Bigger than this. So this is big, this is small. I have objects and I'm trying to what? Classify them or identify them based on their sizes. So this is big, this is small. Good. Now we can classify or identify objects based on their texture. You can test the texture of material by rubbing your hands around the object. So some materials are smooth, others are rough, others are sticky. Good. So let's take a dressing mirror at home, for instance. So a dressing mirror is quite smooth in texture. A stone is really rough in texture. Some stones are smooth. That is the pebble. It is smooth, but others are what? Rough. Okay, so I have two objects in mind. So this is a cube sugar and this is a ceramic bowl. So feeling it, using my hands to rub it, I can see that this one is quite smooth. Yes. And with this cube sugar, no, it is so rough. Good. We can also identify objects based on their mass. The mass of an object is the amount of substances the body contains. So we can use the term heavy, light, small, big to compare two objects. For example, a balloon is quite lighter than a metal. Yes. So a balloon is light, a metal is heavy. A balloon is light, a metal is heavy. So a bucket full of sand is heavier than a bucket full of water. You can use small and big as well, like how we used in our previous example. Okay, children, now let's look at the important things you should remember, what we've talked about so far. So we can describe or group materials according to their appearance. I said with shape, size, color, texture, and mass. Different materials of the same sizes have different mass or masses. So you can have the same material but with different masses. Some will be heavier than the other. Good. A small object does not really mean it is light. Good. So I can have a small object like this. It doesn't mean it is light. So children, what have we learned so far? We said we can identify or group materials based on their appearance. So with the appearance, we have sizes, that is big, small. Colors, we have red, yellow, green. Texture, whether it is smooth, rough, or greasy. We said we can group it based on their shape. So whether it is in a circle form, a rectangle form, a triangle form, square, cone, cylinder, and the rest. We even compare two objects, that is the ball and the cylinder, a tin of milk. Good. So I'll meet you on Zoom and we'll discuss a lot. But before that, look around and sort objects out based on their color. So when you pick an object, you look at it, whether it is with a size, whether it is bigger than the other. Then with the color, you compare the colors, whether it is green or yellow. So I see you on Zoom. Be good children and please don't disturb your parents. Alright children, wash your hands with soap and under running water. Bye-bye.